Have you ever found yourself in a bustling crowd, perhaps at a concert, a busy market, or even a packed subway, when suddenly a wave of intense unease washes over you? Your heart starts to pound, your breath hitches, and a powerful urge to escape takes hold? You're not alone. This is a remarkably common experience, often described as an anxiety attack in a crowded setting. Today, we're going to gently peel back the layers of this challenging experience, focusing specifically on anxiety attacks that arise in crowds. We'll explore what's happening in our minds and bodies, why it occurs, and most importantly, equip you with a practical, step-by-step plan to navigate these situations with greater confidence and calm. This isn't about magical fixes, but about understanding, preparation, and empowerment. To begin, let's clarify some terminology, because the language we use around anxiety can sometimes be confusing. The term anxiety attack is widely used in everyday conversation to describe a period of intense anxiety, stress, or unease. Clinically, however, such intense episodes often align more closely with what we call a panic attack. A panic attack is a sudden, intense surge of fear that often peaks within 10 minutes and can last anywhere from 5 to 30 minutes. It comes with a distinct set of severe physical and psychological symptoms. Beyond these general terms, there are also more specific conditions at play when crowds are a trigger. We have enochlophobia, which is a specific, irrational fear of crowds. Then there's agoraphobia, a broader fear of situations or places where escape might be difficult or embarrassing, or where help might not be available, and this very frequently includes crowded environments. And finally, social anxiety disorder, where the fear stems more from the scrutiny or judgment of others in social situations. While each has its nuances, they all share common ground in how crowded settings can become a source of profound distress. The symptoms of these episodes can be incredibly unsettling. Physically, you might experience a racing heart, profuse sweating, dizziness, a feeling of shortness of breath, an upset stomach, or even tingling in your fingers. Psychologically, it can manifest as intense restlessness, a pervasive sense of unease, difficulty concentrating, or that terrifying feeling of your mind going blank. Sometimes there's a strong sense of looming danger or doom, and an intense fear of losing control or being judged by those around you. So, what sparks these intense reactions? The causes are often multifaceted, ranging from genetics and environmental factors to adverse past experiences, such as being lost or feeling unsafe in a crowd during childhood. But the immediate triggers in a crowded setting are often very specific: the overwhelming noise, the chaotic activity, the sheer density of people. There's often a fear of being unable to escape quickly if needed, concerns about potential harm, or the worry of having a panic attack in public and being observed or judged. This issue is so significant and its impact so widespread that countless healthcare providers and advocacy organizations are dedicated to helping people understand and manage it. Now, let's shift our focus to what we can do. Building a practical plan involves both preparation and knowing how to respond in the moment. Think of it as your personal toolkit for navigating crowded spaces.
The first crucial step is preparation and prevention. Before you even step into a potentially crowded environment, you can proactively set yourself up for success. Try visualizing calm scenarios. Imagine yourself in the crowded space, feeling composed and in control. Ensure you're well hydrated and bring a small snack. Low blood sugar or dehydration can exacerbate anxiety. Dress comfortably to avoid any physical irritants. When you arrive at a venue, take a moment to scope it out. Mentally note exit routes and identify any quieter spots where you could retreat if needed. If possible, plan quieter routes to and from your destination, avoiding peak times or particularly dense areas. Finally, practice positive self-talk or have a simple mantra ready, like "I am safe" or "this feeling will pass." These small steps can make a big difference in building your confidence. But what if, despite your best preparations, an intense wave of anxiety begins? This is where your immediate relief strategies come into play. The most powerful tool at your disposal is deep breathing. Techniques like the 4-7-8 method, inhale for 4 counts, hold for 7, exhale for 8, or box breathing, inhale, hold, exhale, hold, each for 4 counts, can help regulate your nervous system. These methods slow your heart rate and signal to your brain that you are safe. Next, engage in grounding techniques. When your mind is racing, grounding helps bring you back to the present moment. Focus on your 5 senses. What do you see, hear, smell, taste, and feel right now. Perhaps fix your gaze on a specific, unchanging object in your environment. If possible, find a quieter spot, even if it's just stepping to the side, or simply sit down. This can help reduce sensory overload. And remember, if you have a trusted support person with you, communicate what you're experiencing. A simple phrase like, "I'm feeling overwhelmed right now," can allow them to assist you. Beyond immediate relief, long-term management is key to sustainable change. One highly effective approach is gradual exposure therapy. This involves slowly and safely exposing yourself to feared situations, starting small and incrementally increasing your comfort level. For example, you might begin by spending a few minutes in a mildly crowded park, then gradually moving to busier locations. This teaches your brain that these situations are not inherently dangerous. Mindfulness and meditation practices can significantly enhance your ability to observe anxious thoughts and feelings without judgment, helping you develop a sense of inner calm. Learning to balance negative or cataclysmic thoughts with more realistic and compassionate self-talk is another vital skill. Furthermore, maintaining a healthy lifestyle, regular exercise, a balanced diet, adequate sleep, and limiting caffeine and alcohol forms a robust foundation for your overall mental well-being. Keeping a journal can help you identify patterns and triggers, and building a strong support system of friends, family, or support groups provides invaluable encouragement. When these self-help strategies aren't enough, or if your anxiety is significantly impacting your life, professional treatments can offer targeted and effective support. Cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, is widely recommended. It helps you identify and challenge irrational thoughts that fuel your anxiety, developing more productive coping mechanisms. A specific type of CBT is exposure therapy, where a therapist guides you through gradual exposure to feared situations in a safe and controlled manner. This can even involve innovative tools like virtual reality to simulate crowded environments. In some cases, medication might be an option. Selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, SSRIs, or serotonin norepinephrine reuptake inhibitors, SNRIs, are often prescribed for long-term management, and occasionally benzodiazepines are used for acute symptom relief under careful medical supervision. Group therapy also offers a powerful sense of community, allowing you to connect with others facing similar challenges, share experiences, and learn coping strategies in a supportive environment.
It's worth acknowledging that there are ongoing discussions around these topics. For instance, the tension between avoiding crowded situations for immediate relief versus the long-term benefits of gradual exposure can be a tricky balance. There's also the important clinical distinction between a panic attack, a specific intense episode, and the more colloquial anxiety attack, which can describe a broader period of intense anxiety. We also see the concerning issue of self-medication, where individuals might turn to substances like alcohol to cope, which ultimately can worsen anxiety. And importantly, the stigma surrounding mental health often leads people to feel immense pressure to act normal to avoid judgment, highlighting the crucial need for greater public understanding and compassion. The good news is that the future outlook for managing anxiety in crowds is increasingly hopeful. Research continues to refine evidence-based therapies like CBT and exposure therapy, with exciting innovations like virtual reality making these treatments more accessible. Advocacy organizations are tirelessly working to reduce stigma and promote greater public understanding, fostering more compassionate and supportive environments. The emphasis is shifting towards holistic strategies, combining professional care with lifestyle adjustments and strong support systems, leading to more personalized and effective care. Experiencing anxiety in crowds can feel isolating and overwhelming, but it's a challenge that many people face, and importantly, it's one that can be managed. Understanding what's happening, preparing with practical strategies, and knowing when and how to seek professional support are your most powerful tools. Remember, you are not defined by your anxiety. With patience, consistent effort, and the right strategies, you can learn to navigate crowded spaces with greater ease and confidence, reclaiming your ability to participate fully in life. Start small, be kind to yourself, and know that every step forward is a victory.